Hey guys, it's Holly and welcome back to my channel. Today I am super excited to be doing the Disney tag. I love Disney and this tag originally has 45 questions, however I've cut out a couple because they're just completely irrelevant to me because I actually haven't been to Disneyland before or Disney World, so they're like about restaurants there and stuff that I have no idea about. So I've cut those questions out, but otherwise I'm going to be answering all these questions and I'll leave them down below so you guys can answer them as well. So yeah, let's just get right on into the video. My favourite Disney movie is Beauty and the Beast, and I also really love Peter Pan, so it's like out of those two, but I'm thinking it's Beauty and the Beast. I've never been to Disney World or Disneyland, so I don't know which one I would prefer. Probably Disneyland because it's like the original one, but Disney World also sounds really cool, so I don't know. My two favourite Disney characters are Tigger from Winnie the Pooh and Genie from Aladdin. I don't know what my first Disney movie was seeing in theatres. I saw a lot, we got a lot of the DVDs, so probably Winnie the Pooh was the first Disney movie I saw, like the really original ones, but I don't know what I saw in theatres because I didn't really go to the cinema much when I was little and I can't remember. I don't really collect many Disney things. I don't really collect things in general except for like makeup and stuff. I don't know. I'd probably say songs, like as in I just love Disney songs and I have like a lot of playlists that just have Disney songs on them and things like that, so I guess that would be my answer even though it's not really something I collect. My favourite Disney song of all time is Colours of the Wind from Pocahontas. My dream job at Disney would probably be to play Rapunzel, even though I've cut all my hair off. It used to be super long, so yeah, but I would love to play one of the princesses, even though I'm super short, so I probably think that would never happen, but like Rapunzel or Aurora are the ones I look like, but I'd want to play Rapunzel because I love Rapunzel. Like, who doesn't love Rapunzel? She's great. Well, since I've never been, I would definitely, like, I would be so disappointed if I didn't get to meet Mickey because, like, I mean, like, he's like the main character. My most treasured Disney item is something I actually got for Christmas, and that's my Eeyore Pandora charm. I'll insert a picture so you guys can see what it looks like, but I got this for Christmas from my auntie and I love it. I want to meet Idina Menzel, who did the voice of Elsa, mainly because she's Idina Menzel and she's a Broadway legend, and yeah, I just love her. My favourite Disney movie that's not very well known is The Sorcerer's Apprentice. This story, I just love the storyline of it, and I remember seeing it as a little kid, and whenever I hear the soundtrack, which is such an amazing soundtrack, I just like get so nostalgic, and so yeah, it would definitely be The Sorcerer's Apprentice. I'd probably say to Walt Disney that you are amazing, you have shaped my childhood and the person I am now, and I love you. I'd have to go with Sebastian just because I think that he is such a funny character and I love him. I don't really know, like, Forgotten Princess. I don't really know who classifies as, like, well, I get the Disney lineup, like, I can't think of a princess that's not in the Disney lineup already. If I think of one, I'll add it in when I'm editing, but, like, I literally just can't think of one. I'd have to say Belle's yellow dress just because it's so beautiful. Whenever I see it, I'm like, that's Disney, like for me, that's like the whole deal. My favourite soundtrack would probably be Beauty and the Beast or Aladdin. I love the songs in Beauty and the Beast, they're just so much fun to sing along to. And I love the music in Aladdin because it's all like Arabian Nights and like minor keys and minor notes and stuff. I just love it. This one's really easy, Genie, because I just love Genie so much. He is like the best. I'm pretty sure the first thing I was ever introduced to with Disney was Winnie the Pooh, and I had a big picture book where they like with like the original paintings and stuff, and so yeah, I'd say through the book of Winnie the Pooh when I was little. My favourite iconic Disney moment was probably actually in Peter Pan when they all fly for the first time, when they fly out the window. As a kid I thought that was the most magical thing, and this is kind of embarrassing, but when I was really little, when I was about 3 or 4, I used to wait outside my window, like at my windows, waiting for Peter Pan every night for like a good 6 months. Like I was so into Peter Pan that I thought I was the next Wendy and that I was going to go to Neverland, and so I'd wait outside my window for Peter Pan to come in and find his shadow and then teach me how to fly. Like I was fully convinced that was going to happen to me, which it didn't, but I'm still waiting. These 2 saddest moments are probably everyone's, I think everyone would agree with me here. When Bambi's mother dies in Bambi, and when Mufasa dies in The Lion King. My favourite kiss is probably Belle's and Beast's, because then he turns into a prince and it's just so magical, and I just love it. It's perfect. I would have to say, without a doubt, 100 Acre Wood, because I just think it would be so cool to live with all the animals, and yeah, 100 Acre Wood. Okay, generally in Disney movies, my favourite characters are actually the villains. I love Captain Hook. I think that he is such a classic character. I love Cruella de Vil. I just think that she's so evil that I just love her. I think she's great. And I love Mother Gothel. I think that's her name. The villain in Tangled, the crazy mother person. I love her. I think that she's perfect. She's so great. But my favourite villains of all time would probably have to be the hyenas in Lion King, just because they're so funny. I just think that they're I just love them. I think they're great. Definitely Rapunzel, because she's got Pascal, the little chameleon, and he's the cutest thing ever, and I would love to have Pascal as my little sidekick. I'm jealous. I would probably choose Peter Pan, just because you could have so many different things as a theme, and I would even base my bedroom on Peter Pan, just because I think it's so magical, and you could have fairy lights everywhere to make up pixie dust, and you could have a little jar thing with Tinkerbell in it, you know, you could just do so many things with it. So yeah, I'd definitely say Peter Pan. No, I'm not the only one obsessed with Disney in my family. The person I always thought had the biggest obsession with Disney is actually my cousin Abby. And growing up, she just loved Disney princesses, and she collects Disney snow globes that she gets from Disneyland, and she has all these princess ones, which I was always jealous of. And even growing up and being my age at 18, she still loved Disney and loved princesses, and she still does now. So definitely her, she loves Disney, and so does my sister. She's a really big fan of the modern Disney movies and the real people movies, not the princess ones. And yeah, my dad also really loves all the classic Disney characters, Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Minnie Mouse, all of the really old school Disney characters. He loved those, and he still does. So yeah, I think my dad's where I get most of my passion from Disney from, but yeah, my whole family pretty much loves Disney. This one's hard because I love all of them. My favourite 2 would be Lumiere, because of his personality and just because he's hilarious, and Chip, because Chip is absolutely adorable. My favourite Disney princess is Belle, and my favourite Disney prince, who actually isn't actually a prince, but we're calling him a prince, is Peter Pan. I would love to see a movie based around Rumpelstiltskin, because he is probably my favourite fairy tale character of all time, and I love Once Upon a Time, the TV show, because it centers around him, and so I'd love to see a Disney movie about Rumpelstiltskin. And then another one I would love to see is about the Little Match Girl, which is another fairy tale I loved growing up. So yeah, either or. When I'm sad or upset, the movie that always gets me in the good mood is Tangled. I love it so much. I think it's done beautifully. I love all the characters. I love all the animals that they use as their sidekicks, like Maximus and Pascal, and I honestly just think it's such an awesome movie. So yeah, definitely Tangled. My favourite Disney accessory or clothing is again my Eeyore Pandora charm, just because it's adorable and I love how it looks on my Pandora bracelet, and I love Eeyore so much, so yeah, that's what it would be. I wouldn't add something to the parks because I don't know, I haven't been there, so I don't know what it's missing, but I would bring the parks to like make a Disneyland in like New Zealand or in Australia at least, so then it's not as far away to visit for me, because like I have to go to like either like Japan or Paris or America to go to Disneyland, whereas I'd rather have it in like Australia, which is a little bit easier. It's just like a little plane right over the ditch. I have to say Donald Duck. I love Mickey and I love how he's the original character, but when I was little I always loved Donald Duck more, and I don't know why, I just think it's just because he's just quite goofy and funny, and yeah, and I also love his voice. I just love Donald Duck. For this one I'd have to say Winnie the Pooh. What I really love about Winnie the Pooh, and probably the reason I love it so much, is because it really does mean a lot to me. My favorite thing about it is how like what it's based on. It's kind of about this boy who's kind of experiencing, like, who confides in his friend Pooh, and all the animals and the characters are based on a mental illness of some sort. You can read into this a lot more, but basically like they all characterize a mental illness. So Pooh is really forgetful, so he is, I think it's like Alzheimer's or dementia that he categorizes, or like short-term memory loss. Piglet has anxiety, Tigger has ADHD, Eeyore has depression, Rabbit has OCD, and like so on and so on, and every character has a different mental illness, but somehow they all work together and they all are friends and they're all brought together by it, and I just think that's beautiful. So that's the one that holds the most special place in my heart, is definitely Winnie the Pooh. So that was all the questions in the Disney tag. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and hit the big red button down below to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I make videos every single week. At the moment I'm making 3 videos a week, so you don't want to miss out any of my future uploads. Also hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it and like going through all the Disney movies and everything and finding my favorites. I love Disney so much. Smile, be safe, and stay beautiful, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Adios!